So, one of the things that I get asked the most is why franchising? And I've really narrowed it down after having four franchises and going from zero to four franchises in just 18 very short, very fast months. These are my top 7 reasons why I personally love franchising. Now, the first reason is instant brand recognition. There is something magical that happens when you open up your doors and you have a line of customers who are excited and ready to buy. As someone who has a traditional business that I started from scratch, it was not that way. It was, in fact, the exact opposite. But with my franchises, literally lines wrapped around the building. Now, that is something that you just cannot pay for, or I guess you can pay for. Number 2 is a proven business model. Now, for those of you who have struggled or who just really like structure in a business and who really want some sense of not just structure, but also focus, systems, operational plans, then franchising is great for you, a great option perhaps, because you have a proven business model. You're going to learn the standard operating procedures. You're going to learn what works. You're going to learn how to do things in a way that the customers are going to be delighted by. And you're also going to learn the things on how to sell, how to purchase your product or service, how to market it. All of that stuff is provided for you when you buy a franchise. The next thing is support and training. Now, we just talked about the SOPs and the proven business model, but there are going to be times where you have some questions and you just need someone to talk to. And that's another key benefit and why I personally love franchises, because you have that support and that training. I literally have someone's cell phone number in corporate who I can call at any time if I have a question. Now, I'm someone who likes to figure it out. But if it's something that I'm stumped on, or even if I just want to kind of brainstorm and kind of bounce ideas off of, I have support and also training for that, because more than likely there are other franchisees who have had that same problem or issue, or maybe even idea. The next thing is marketing and advertising. Now, as a marketer, as an advertiser, I can tell you when you're marketing your own business, a lot of times you don't know exactly how to do it, and you may not even really know who exactly your target customer is. But you don't have to worry about that when you buy a franchise. When you buy a franchise, with every sale, you are paying a small piece of that sale goes to your marketing and advertising budget. And oftentimes that marketing and advertising budget, it looks different for every concept, but it typically goes into the form of a national commercial campaign or social media ads and even local and regional marketing. Because what we sell in Florida may be different than what a franchise is selling in, say, Seattle, Washington. So that is something that's very important, that marketing and advertising piece. When I work with small business owners, oftentimes with my marketing company, a lot of times there's not even a marketing budget to begin with. And it's totally understandable when you're busy trying to make the sales, you're not necessarily thinking about the marketing piece of it. But this is already it's already taken care of when you have a franchise. The next thing is purchasing power. I can tell you that if I had these 4 stores that I have now and I was trying to buy the ingredients, it would be a lot more expensive because I don't have that purchasing power. When you have 1,000 stores behind you and we're all together and we're all buying from the same suppliers, that means we get to drive the costs down, which means that we get higher profit margins. So that is so important. And that purchasing power is key when you have a franchise, because they're going to let you know, hey, these are our preferred vendors. We have contracts with these vendors. So this is who we have negotiated the pricing for you. This is where you buy. Okay. The next thing is going to be financing. Financing is key. And one of the things that happens a lot when you own your own business, there are going to be times in your business where you need funding. And if it's not to even just start off your business, it's definitely going to be needed to scale your business. When you have a franchise concept that's proven, that proven business model, it's so much easier to get financing from the banks because it's a proven business model. Even if you go in with a perfect business model, you have customers already lined up for your own business, 9.9 out of 10 times, you will not get that financing because the bank still sees you as a big risk. However, if they see you as a proven business concept, you have this franchise behind you, that is a lowered risk. And also, most franchises have preferred vendors, or they're institutions that prefer those specific or feel very comfortable with those specific concepts. So that is key. And oftentimes you can pay as little as 0% down when we're talking about a down payment for that loan. And last but not least, one of my favorites, and something that I feel like isn't talked about enough, is your exit strategy. When we're talking about an exit strategy, most small businesses that I talk to, when they are thinking about retiring, or they're wanting to maybe move to a different location, or they're just ready to do something different in their lives, 9 out of 10 shut their doors. They close. And even if they're businesses that are great businesses that other people want to buy, oftentimes they don't ever get purchased. And so that means that asset that you have, which it is an asset, a business is an asset, especially if it's producing income and it has that brand recognition. Oftentimes those doors, they just close their doors. Versus a franchise, when you have a proven business model, there are other franchisees that want to buy that franchise from you. I can tell you, literally the first month opening my first franchise, I had at least 3 other franchisees contact me and ask me if I was interested in selling, which obviously was a no, right? I was just getting started. But it happens literally at least once a month. And that is oftentimes from existing franchisees who want to expand, or people who can't get into the franchise in their preferred location. So if you want to get into a franchise concept in Florida because you live in Florida and they're all sold out, you have to buy that concept from an existing franchisee. So that means you have a built-in exit strategy. Now, if this sounds like something that you're interested in, I know it can be a lot to go through, a lot to understand. There's a lot of fine print that you will need help understanding, and someone to explain it to you in the easiest, most simple terms possible, then I'm your girl, okay? If you're interested in learning how to create a 7-figure franchise to create an income generating asset for you and for your family for years and years and years to come, then I want to invite you to join me for my free masterclass titled 7-Figure Franchising 101. I'm going to pull back the curtains and show you exactly how I went from 0 to 4 franchises in just 18 months, and many more to come in the near future. So if you're interested, head over to my website, CourtneyNewell.com/franchisingmc. That's CourtneyNewell.com/franchisingmc. I'll see you there. Can't wait to get into the details of Franchising 101.